Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever, skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we are entering the world of social skills along with emotional intelligence, and I'm going to share why you should never ask the question, what do you bring to the table? There's been this debate going off as of late in regards to this question. A lot of women hate it when guys ask the question, what do you bring to the table? And they hate it so much that they've been thinking of witty responses. They'll say something like, I am the table. Other times they'll ask a question back. They'll ask, can you build a house? And this shows animosity. But if you're a logical male, you may think, what's up with the animosity? I'm over here asking you out on a date. I picked the place that we're going to go eat. I want to understand more about you. I mean, before I make a further commitment, I'm just asking you, what do you bring to the table? Now, from a very logical element, this makes sense. But then I just want to say that human beings are not logical creatures first. They are emotional creatures first. And if you can understand this, then you will understand why asking the question, what do you bring to the table, is not smart. Now, let's put a pin in this. We'll come back to this shortly. And let's switch topics real quick. There's been a rise of individuals who have been having just one kid as of late. And I wouldn't even say that this is a bad thing, but I do know that these individuals who are deciding to have only one kid, they're getting a lot of pressure from their parents to have more kids. So I was over here talking with one of my buddies about what he thinks about this. And he was saying, well, this isn't right. Don't these individuals who are only having one kid understand that biology tells us to spread our seed? They need to be having more kids. But that's when I realized these individuals who are only having one kid, they don't really care about the biology argument. Think about it. How many individuals are making their day-to-day decisions based off of what biology wants for them? Very rarely. Sure, this is a very logical take to make for my friend, but it's not going to move someone to have more kids. You need to think of a better persuasion tactic because humans are emotional creatures first. Now let's come back to that idea that we were talking about before. What do you bring to the table? Whenever you're asking someone that question, it feels as though you are being somewhat condescending. And mind you, if you are a logical person, I know I'm annoying you right now. I know you're thinking, man, that's not how I mean it though, bro. I know that. Okay, I truly do know that. But I'm just explaining it from the emotional lens. Whenever you're asking someone, what do you bring to the table? What the other person is perceiving it as is, impress me. Okay? And they now think, why do I have to impress you? What about you impress me? And this is one of the reasons I don't believe you should ask the question, what do you bring to the table? How can you find out what they bring to the table then? You ask subtle questions. I mean, this is where listening really comes into play because you, as the person that is asking that question in the first place, clearly you're showing that you're capable of initiating conversation material. Well, replace that question with a bunch of micro questions that highlight more about this individual's character. So what's your relationship with your parents like? Oh, what? Oh, so you guys are very close, huh? You're telling me that you pick up the caring gene from your mom? She was very caring to you guys, the siblings? Ah, I see. When did you learn to cook? How long have you been cooking for? Oh, wait a minute. So since you picked up a diet because of working out, that's why you had to learn to cook? So now you just learned that this person works out, this person knows how to cook, this person is caring. These are soft skills that she can potentially bring to the table for a future relationship. So in situations like this, rather than being too direct, we want to be a little bit more indirect. It's difficult because us as men, we're very logical creatures first, and the way that we communicate with other men is by being direct. Being direct works great with logic, but being indirect with intent works great with emotions. So I highly recommend you quit asking the question, what do you bring to the table? Because often all you're going to get in response is sass and sarcasm. Rather, be stealth in your questioning, and I guarantee you'll get more information that way. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks podcast, and I'll catch you next time.